Hello, brothers and sisters in Yeshua Ha'Mashiach. I just want to make it known that there are many websites out there, many YouTube pages, not just YouTube channels, but articles and just different sources of, biblical information, Christianity. And we all know that replacement theology is straight from the pits of hell. Replacement theology is that the church has replaced Israel because Israel rejected Yeshua. So Israel's out of the picture, and that's not true at all. But I do see that there is, and the Bible prophesies that this would happen, that there will be a steady incline of anti-Semitism, and people will be doing it not knowingly, not necessarily on purpose, but they are doing it sometimes. Like I just saw a video right now, and they said that, the Apostle Paul said, "We are not appointed to wrath." That means that all Christians will not have to endure the 7-year tribulation. No, it's not all Christians. It's all those Jews and Gentiles who have believed in Yeshua's finished work on the cross and his atoning blood sacrifice, who are born again with his spirit, with his Ruach HaKodesh. So I just wanted to remind you, this is in the scriptures, so sometimes we forget. So here it is.
As it is written, God gave them a spirit of stupor, eyes that would not see, and ears that would not hear, down to this very day. And David says, "Let their table become a snare and a trap, a stumbling block and a retribution for them. Let their eyes be darkened, so that they cannot see, and bend their backs forever." So I ask, did they stumble in order that they might fall? By no means. Rather, through their trespass, salvation has come to the Gentiles, so as to make Israel jealous. Now, if their trespass means riches for the world, and if their failure means riches for the Gentiles, how much more will their full inclusion mean? Now I am speaking to you Gentiles. Inasmuch then as I am an apostle to the Gentiles, I magnify my ministry in order somehow to make my fellow Jews jealous, and thus save some of them. For if their rejection means the reconciliation of the world, what will their acceptance mean but life from the dead? If the dough offered as firstfruits is holy, so is the whole lump. And if the root is holy, so are the branches. But if some of the branches were broken off, and you, although a wild olive shoot, were grafted in among the others, and now share in the nourishing root of the olive tree, do not be arrogant toward the branches. If you are, remember it is not you who support the root, but the root that supports you. Then you will say, "Branches were broken off so that I might be grafted in." That is true. They were broken off because of their unbelief. But you stand fast through faith. So do not become proud, but fear. For if God did not spare the natural branches, neither will he spare you. Note then the kindness and the severity of God. Severity toward those who have fallen, but God's kindness to you, provided you continue in his kindness. Otherwise you too will be cut off. And even they, if they do not continue in their unbelief, will be grafted in, for God has the power to graft them in again. For if you were cut off from what is by nature a wild olive tree, and grafted contrary to nature into a cultivated olive tree, how much more will these, the natural branches, be grafted back into their own olive tree?